Yo, what it dooski, Teddy Brewski? What's the deal, Shaquille O'Neal? And what's the word, Larry Bird? It's your boy Reactions, man. Remo's Reactions TV. We back with yet another one, folks. Told you we ain't playing around, man. You ain't really got time to keep bullshit. But the stage, man, it's just another reaction. Big MEECH. A lot of people saying he snitched, saying he didn't snitch. I never said he didn't snitch or that he did snitch. I just said he came home doing dickhead, dumbass moves. And he's moving real finicky out here in these streets. You hear me? So, I don't know, man. If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We on the road to 5K, 10K, then we gonna spike it up to 50K. Feel free to get down in the comments. If you brush your teeth today, leave a comment. If you didn't, you don't have to. If you took a shower today, leave a comment. Okay, if you helped your homeboy out when he needed something, leave a comment. Or your homegirl, leave a comment. You gotta relax. But yeah, man. So this is not my content. This is King AK-47 shit. I'm gonna start reacting to him. Me and had some, some beef. I used to be on his channel back in the day, but it is what it is. We ain't gonna get into that. But y'all fuck with boy, go over to his channel, show him some love. But I am Remo's Reactions TV, so let's get it popping. This is all for entertainment and educational purposes. I do not own this material, and it is for fair use and entertainment purposes. Let's get it.
See, this right here is one of those topics that get real tiresome, man. And I'm going to get right into it, man. Hey, look, with the big MEECH thing, we not going to sugarcoat it or nothing. Anything that we have surrounding this third-party corroboration has always and only came out the mouth of Tammy Cohen's. MEECH never testified or took the stand. He never gave a statement. Cuffy never testified, took the stand, or gave a statement. Any document, any court transcript we're going to receive, you're going to read that exists, is only coming out the mouth of Tammy Cohen's. So if you believe Tammy Cohen's, then you believe Big MEECH third party corroborated against Cuffy. If you don't believe Tammy Cohen's, then you don't believe Big MEECH third party corroborated against Cuffy. What we have going on.
So my thing is, how did they get into cahoots? Who was that in between person that connected those two people? Whether Tammy said it or not, that really doesn't make a difference. It's the fact is that she's an informant. She was dealing with Blue Da Vinci first. And mysteriously, years down the line, she gets the rights to MEECH. Like, how did they even get to that point? Whether he snitched or not, I don't know. I haven't seen the paperwork, but I just know the way you bro moving, coming home, linking up with 50 ops after 50 did all that, making this on a star, getting putting money in his pocket. If Lil MEECH blew the money, he blew the money, man. I get it, but I don't know, man. It just seems as if 50 did a lot more for MEECH and his family than Rick Ross did, And this Tammy Cohen story, I'm pretty sure, man, 50 is a very strategic dude. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to advertise a Tammy Cohen story, BMF Tammy Cohen story, if he doesn't have concrete evidence and proof. Reactions, man. Let's go.
It's loyalty and trust. It's a lot of people that trust 50 Cent. And there's nothing wrong with trust. If you trust that 50 Cent came out with this, then you believe that he read it. Only based off the trust that you have with 50 Cent. These two important things are what we lack out here. Another thing is loyalty. If you know Cuff, if you spoken to Cuff, then you are going to be one-sided in agreement with Cuffy. That's a part of loyalty. Me, I don't have a trust in this. I don't have no loyalty in this. So I'm coming literally fair and square down the middle off what I read at the beginning, months and months and months ago, because 50 Cent did not kick this off. Months ago, there was rumors hidden that Big Meech third party corroborated against Cuffy. And me and a few other YouTubers, we was going live about it, reading the paperwork and all that. At first, I said Meech third party corroborated, period. But now that we have everything, and now that I took the time to actually read everything, I came to a conclusion. My conclusion was that Tammy Cohen's had multiple briefings and multiple testimonies. Some of her briefings threw Big Meech under the bus. Some of her briefings was saving Big Meech. Some of her briefings was throwing Detective Cromer under the bus. Some of her briefings was to protect Detective Cromer. Same with Cuffy. But all her briefings, she was trying to save herself. So I said, you know what? Let me go to the briefing where Cuffy was actually present for, and the one where she got called out for the Detective Cromer sexual situation. The reason I went to them two is because that one briefing is because she was under oath, and it was really do or die about the Detective Cromer situation. And Cuffy was actually present for to actually hear out his ears what Tammy is actually saying. Now,
this nigga said, hear out of his ears. I get it, AK. I get it, bro. But my debate and what I'm talking about is not, whether that's true or not, that's gonna come out. Like I said, 50 ain't gonna put nothing out there if he don't got no evidence. He's probably known the entire time. He just was waiting for Meech to, get desperate and do a power move. I mean, do a goofy move. But people down in my comments calling me a goofy, saying this, that, and the third. Listen, man, it's my opinion, dog. You want one, get a YouTube channel and get yours. So I'm gonna reply to it. I don't get upset over the trolls and shit like that. But it's just, man, like, if someone helps you and your family out, bro, put your son in a position to make money, put your family brand on a positive, legit scale, and you get out of jail and you start doing business with the man biggest ops, you just look crazy. Now, if these snitch allegations actually come out to be true, where people they don't have the redacted information where they can see the names and all that, which I'm pretty sure either Tammy Cohen has access to that or 50 has access to that. Someone has access to that information where it's in the paperwork. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna let King AK.
He wasn't there for the Detective Lane one. He wasn't there for the other ones because Tammy was under hot water. So let me get to why I feel like so far what we have is making me feel the way I do. Now, feeling is all you gonna have with this. Nobody is going to be able to 100% say Big Meech did anything, and nobody's going to be able to 100% say Big Meech didn't do anything. The smoking bullet is going to have to come from Tammy, and I'll talk about recorded phone calls that 50 Cent says she has, and paperwork. And even with the paperwork, unless Big Meech made a statement or testified in some way to be in that paperwork, it's still going to be in her favor of the paperwork because it's her own words that's in the paperwork. Not Cuffy, not Meech, not nobody. It's going to be her own word. Or unless they found credible enough evidence to add Big Meech and say Big Meech knowingly did this, then we can then say, Meech, you third party corrupt, you set Cuffy up. Period. Right now, with what we have, I'm not buying it. And I'm not gonna just sit here but I read all the paperwork. We did multiple lives going over all the paperwork. I'm just gonna give you a few reasons why I feel like.
Were you born between 1969 and 1979? If so, you can get $500 to spend at Nike.
It was all her and more about Detective Cromer than anything. For one, the Fidel Suarez dude met Big Meech, right? Meech, Suarez end up going home. Meech tells Suarez. Suarez somehow gets in contact with Meech. Like, yo, who you know I can, you know, sell some drugs to. He said, man, get in contact with my homeboy Cuff. You got to get in contact with Cuff through this bitch named Tammy. Now, he never told Tammy middleman nobody, nothing. He just said, call Tammy, get the number from Cuff, and that's it.
The number 4 Cuff.
Fidel ends up calling Tammy. He ends up getting the number from Cuff. Him and Cuff are talking. You see what I'm saying? Now, at this time, she's on. No, not at this time. So cool. So him and Cuff make a deal. You know what I mean? They like, all right, we gonna get it on. He ends up calling Tammy more times. Now, at this time, the detective that she was sleeping with that didn't know Big Meech at all, he overheard the conversation because she had him on speakerphone. So now Cromer is hearing all these things, and you know, they making sure what's going on. I got this truck in St. Louis. Is we gonna make the deal? Do I? Oh, cool. Everything cool. So he gets out to St. Louis. He ends up calling Tammy, mad. Like, what's going on? Like, where is this Cuffy dude? Where's Cuffy? Like, what's up? She ends up having to get another number because Cuffy ended up changing his number and getting a new number. Somehow, Cuffy was updating Tammy with the phone number. Now, how did Tammy and Cuffy know each other? Meech introduced Tammy to Cuffy, but it was only supposed to be business because Cuffy wanted a BMF, his part of BMF told. So he was to work with Tammy to get his side of the BMF. So it was understood that Meech did what 50 Cent did. 50 Cent knew this girl was a CI. He didn't care. We about the business. Big Meech, I believe, knew this girl was a CI. Speaking with the Blue conversation, how Blue said, you heard what's going on with Tammy? And he said, yeah, I heard it, but that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. He, you know, and why? Because in the paperwork, Tammy admitted that she was a 10-year affiliate of BMF, like close to BMF. And how did she know? Through Blue. Blue was the first person to even know her. He was the first person hit.
There you go. See, I agree with you on that one, Hoss. Look. I agree with you on that one, nephew. Hey, nephew, you got it right on that one. That was Blue John, you know. So he brung her around, but my thing is, how down the line, how did Meech and Tammy get intertwined with Blue? Ben said he wasn't. I guess, you know, they wasn't fucking around no more. And all this is a mystery, man.
He introduced Tammy to. So if you ask me, I feel like Blue was like, yeah, man, that's my homie Meech, whoop de whoop, and she seen dollar signs. So let's go back. So Cuffy is in contact with her. You know what I mean? Now, mind you, everything going smooth. She ends up getting a new number and giving it to Suarez. Suarez talked to Cuff. They meet up in St. Louis. Cuff take the truck. Now, mind you, Cromer is on the phone too. Every phone call now, Cromer can hear it now. This is a detective. So what ends up happening is that Fidel Suarez ends up calling Tammy angry. Like, yo, what's up? Cuffy took all the, drugs and didn't pay me all the money. So basically, Cuff ran off on the plug, only gave him some money, and just ran off. You see what I'm saying? So because of that, Tammy testified that she was willing to cut off Cuff because Suarez is calling, and this ain't good business. Now, mind you, Tammy said that she was only supposed to set up Mexicans. That's key because Cromer overheard Tammy saying she's going to cut off Cuff, and Cromer like, all right, well, if you don't want it, like, what you mean? If you don't want to talk, I got another girl because I'm finna set Cuff up. This is Cromer that's saying this, and he therefore gets CS2. Now, a lot of people say this Rosie Perez. I don't know who the hell it is. You feel me? But he ends up getting another woman to try to set Cuff up now. Now, Cromer eyes is on Cuffy. So when they look at it is, where was the setup? But let's continue. And remind you, this is what she testified when Cuffy was sitting there. And she had to testify about the sex shit. So she ended up talking about, yeah, me and Agent Cromer, we knew each other about 6 months and da-da-da. Then we started having sex, whoop-de-whoop. So from there, Cuffy continued to call Tammy. He called her talking about, hey, I want to take you out to eat somewhere in Atlanta at the Varsity. This nigga Cuffy, you trying to hit? Please don't tell me, pussy. You got yourself set up, bro. You ain't have to talk to her no more at all. You see what I'm saying? So you already ran off on the plug. She wanted to cut you off. She got you on speakerphone, the detective hearing you. He putting his own plans in motion now against you. Then you call her phone, talking about, hey, do you know anybody with some drugs that confront me? Now, in all these interviews Cuff done did, not one time did he ever state that he called her trying to take her out to eat. Not one time did he ever state that he called her phone. Of course, he's not going to state that because he's not going to incriminate himself. But that's what she stated while he was in there. He didn't fight it, nothing. So I'm like, damn, this nigga Cuffy called her phone and said, can you front me some drugs? Give me some drugs, funny? Cromer said, all right, I could put it in the plate. Tell him, yeah. So y'all know where I'm going with this. Y'all can read the paperwork yourself. This is what Tammy said. It's up to if you believe her or not. Now, the only reason why I'm putting a little
validity.
The only reason why I'm validating this one just a little bit more than the others because she was actually under oath. The judge was cross-checking her like, so did Demetrius Flanny have anything to do? She was like, nah, he really didn't know. You know what I mean? Despite your old time seeing he did, this was the most hearing where she was under the most pressure because she could have got in trouble. For one, having sex with the dude. For two, with the Suarez situation, if it was heroin, you would have got in way more trouble than what you actually did, that you was thinking. And, you know, you gotta say Demetrius Flannery didn't know any of this because how would Demetrius Flannery know the actions of Agent Cromer?
Come on, man. I'm off the phone with it, yo.
Cuffy,
bad, man.
Agent Cromer set you up. It wasn't even her. Yes, she was being reckless. Yes, she might have been moving for him, but he was the main man, according to her, under testimony. You out here moving real loose. I don't know if you wanted to fuck the girl, but I don't think MEECH told you to take her out to eat, nigga. I don't think MEECH told you call her phone if you want to get fronted for some drugs. I just don't think that's what happened. I think you was moving loose and you kind of got yourself hemmed up in a situation you shouldn't have got yourself hemmed up in. Because hindsight is 2020, but Cuffy, if you never called her back about getting fronted for the drugs, and you never called her back about taking her out to eat, this wouldn't even be here. Because she was willing.
See, I can, if that's true, I can agree with that. If it was supposed to be, you know, just, all right, do this and this only, and instead of just, you know, doing what you're supposed to do, you do this, and then you double back and you want to get thrown some work, and then you double back and want to take her out to eat. If that's true, yeah, you might have fucked yourself, dog. You know, granted, you met her through MEECH, but you did some shit and you did shit outside of the agreement. You know, the verbal agreement. You went outside you breached the agreement, bro. If this is true, you know. But my thing ain't, I'm not on this. Like, I'm on just the fact of the disloyalty and how, you know, MEECH. I ain't saying the nigga snitch or not. I don't know until I see the paperwork. But I'm just saying he moving funny, like linking with Ross and all that goofy ass shit.
To cut your ass off because of the Fidel Suarez situation. when you ran off on the plug. So y'all following where I'm getting at? Nah. I don't believe Cuffy lying on nobody. I believe Cuffy believe what Cuffy believe. It just make too much sense to Cuffy. But sometimes making sense don't equal dollars. I think Cuffy got to trick himself off the street. I think MEECH wasn't involved in the conspiracy because Tammy said he had no acknowledgement or awareness on what's going on. I don't think MEECH ever was on the phone saying, yeah, drug this, drug that. If anything, it was always Tammy. It was always Suarez. And it was always on Cuffy. So, yeah, MEECH could have been the initial what's going on. But if he never said nothing, he gonna get dropped up out of that. Tammy said that she did all this for a time cut for Demetrius Flannery. I believe she did all this because her initial motivation that she stated was to get BMF rights, to get Demetrius Flannery's life rights, to be power of attorney. I believe she was doing shit by having people fuck with each other that was Meech's friends because she stated that it was multiple people that was calling her on the other day. Why these niggas ain't humped up? Why these niggas ain't in jail? Why these niggas ain't saying nothing? I think she was trying to show Meech, hey, look, I'm down with it because obviously she told Meech enough to where, hey, if you give me your power of attorney, I got some connections where I could get this shit rolling. And what did she do? She somehow got connected to 50 Cent and got the shit rolling. So I believe she was telling this to Meech, people like Cuff, because that's what Cuff even start fucking with in the first place for, because he knew he had to go through her for his role in all that in the BMF story. I believe that was her motivation. I believe she snaked everybody up. I do. And Blue, you ain't scot-free off, man, because I believe you sent her to Meech. I do. I believe everybody knew who this girl was. Everybody knew she was a CI but Cuffy. But at the same time, that's not proving that Meech set you up. If you read her testimony, Cuff, you damn near set yourself up.
Are you overwhelmed by your payday loan debt? Have you taken out multiple loans and struggling to pay them back?
I'm just being real, man. So what I'm saying ain't law. It's due to change if Tammy ever come up with something more than what we all got.
All right, man. That's enough.
But
that's enough, man. All right, word. I don't know, man. This is the paperwork breakdown by AK King AK 47. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this, man. Like, you know, I guess time will prevail, and we will see what comes out in the future as far as this snitching allegations, you know. But that don't got nothing to do with being disloyal and linking up with the ops, Big Meech. You feel me? You still fucked up in my eyes. Remo's Reactions TV, man. Hit that like button for me, man. Get down there and subscribe. And show your boy some love. Till next time. Peace. Y'all have a great one, man. We out.